Hello YouTube, this is Hello Productions 234 and I'm going to show you how to make a shell casing kind of thing, like when you shoot your gun, how it ejects the shell, and it's gonna, in the end it's gonna look something like this. So let's get started. First, what you're gonna need is you shooting a gun, and with the muzzle flash and all that. And basically, that's pretty much what you need. And this is an After Effects. Okay, so since I trimmed, I didn't do this in the video, the muzzle flash tutorial, but later on I trimmed down my clip, so I'm just gonna put everything back out to where it was. You're going to need a shot of yourself shooting a gun and then reloading. And if you didn't do that already, like in the tutorial, if you didn't use some footage like that, then you're gonna need some footage of you shooting and reloading. So first thing what you're going to do is you're going to find the right place where the shell will eject. Some of you people, if you guys were using a semi-auto or machine gun, then it would be right when the gun, like when it's shot, the shell would come out. So for me it's different though. Let's say if I have bolt action rifle, finding the place, and about right there. And next you're going to need to, if you have, from the muzzle flash tutorial, if you still have this, where the thing that says add, you're still going to need it, but here's what you're going to do. You're going to click Alt, right bracket, or undo that. I like it when you go Command Shift D, it just makes a nice cleaner cut. And you're going to delete that front part. And you still have everything right here. Now you're going to need to make sure this has no modifications to it except audio, and duplicate that too, and put this one above the add, except this time we're also going to split it. Actually, if you could undo that, you can undo that. You could go back to where earlier in the timeline, so it's easier but after the muzzle flash. So I'm gonna do it right here. Oh, whoops. Do that. Okay, there we go. And then duplicate this, Command D or Control D. Put this up, and also split this right there, and delete the front part. Make sure you don't just click delete there. You need to delete the front part, and it should look something like this. So everything is still the same, except now this part of the clip is in the front, so we could do some modifying with that. Now we're going to duplicate this clip, and this is pretty complicated, the bullet thing. I'm probably going to post an annotation about that, but alright, so once you have that, you're going to add your shell casing. You need Action Essentials 2 for this. If not, then I guess you could find something. If you can, just find something like a picture and like animate it spinning and moving, but it's way easier if you have Action Essentials 2. So go into your file and go to shells. I'm going to be using this because it lines up with my gun at one point, and it's a lot better. Just gonna let this load here. and play. See, about like right when it like is straight here, it kind of lines up with my gun, so I'm gonna use that. Just drag that in, and then we're going to drag this one in between these two. So we have, it goes your little audio if you have one, then your footage with the ad on it, and then your footage that you duplicated, then the shell casing, and then the original footage that you had that you also duplicated. A little confusing, but I hope you got that. So now you're gonna go back to the place where you found your, where there's the, you pull it all the way back, so it's right here for me. Alright, and for this, for purposes right here, we're going to go one. Alright, so first we're going to line it up with this. We go one part back and put it like that. You don't have to, but I recommend it. I honestly do. Since you can't really see it, it's kind of good. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go to the footage above the shell casing and use the mask tool and mask out this area where you think the little clip thing is that ejects the bullets. Okay, see, now the shell appears, except this part of the bullet is covered by the hand, and that is good. We want that. Just don't change the blending mode of the mask. That's what we want. So now we're going to go back to this tool, go back to your mouse, whatever, and zoom out here, scale it down. And let's just go ahead here. I'm just sliding the clip so I don't have to move this. And now just split this layer, delete that beginning part, and see how it's mostly kind of lined up there? Well, we're going to line it up a little more, just like that. And now we animate the bullet. So we are going to size this down a little bit more. Put this in the place where you think the thing is. I should have, let's put this above it. Here, I'm just going to put it above it for a little bit so I could see where the bullet is, and then put it below it again. So now it disappears. Now we go ahead one, well, go back, and this is where we animate the shell moving. So we're going to take this, we're going to go to the position, click on the stopwatch, and leave it. Then we're going to go one space ahead when my hand is fully pulling back the slide, or the little bolt action thing, so the bullet ejects here. Now I'm going to move the bullet shell about up to there, or something like that, about like right here, to show that it's like coming out, like towards that way, out of it, and then sinks down, so about like right here. And then once you do that, I'm going to just do this just for like perspective, because usually when something goes further it gets smaller. So add keyframe of scale right there, and then add a keyframe of scale right there. Go to this keyframe and scale it down just a bit. Oh, that's too much. Oh, crap. It's way too much. What the heck? Oh, yeah, I know what I was doing wrong. Okay, so if I go like this, it started out bigger, but you can't really see it, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but I like to do that type of stuff. Alright, now we're going to make the second one. Oh, wait. Undo that. Now we're going to make the second part, the next part of it, next frame, and drag this down all the way down here until it reaches out of the frame. Let me just fit this up to 100. There we go. And there's your bullet coming out, but we're going to move these keyframes out some more. And just so it like makes it, there we go. Let's just get a sort of feeling of what it's going to, sight of what it's going to look like. Just gonna render this out here. Okay. And almost done rendering here. Alright, now let's see this. Okay, that's pretty good. I didn't think I'd get that on my first shot. Let's just move this back a little bit. And move this back one. Now, that should take a lot shorter time to render. Alright, it's not going to look cheesy like that, so just be patient. Since my lighting, see how it's all bright, and then this shell is like really dark, I'm going to change that by changing the blending mode to screen, so it becomes a little lighter and like has the reflection of that light. So now I'm going to, oh yeah, okay, I remember what to do. I need to take the bullet shell and just scrubbing through a little bit. I think that's pretty good right there, but how we really make it look like it's flying out of the gun is we add some motion blur so it doesn't look like too cheesy. So just where it has these 3 circles right here, if you highlight over it for a long time, it says motion blur. You just click that box where your film is, and then you click this so it enables it for the layer that you have selected. And see, it's all blurry now. Let's move this back out one more and back out again. And let's see how this works out here. Alright, here we go. Oh, whoops. It's a little laggy at first for me. Alright, here. Alright, and that looks about right. So that is pretty much it, really. You could add your own little effect of the gun. When the bullet shell goes out, you could add the like reloading sound, and that's there you go. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and bye.